In Aloria's sun-drenched castle gardens, king and queen greet bowing courtiers, their laughter ringing through the air. Princess Elene stands apart, a faint smile gracing her lips as she watches her parents' radiant interactions. Sunlight catches the delicate embroidery of Elene's shimmering gown, highlighting her solitary figure. Elene subtly adjusts her gown, yearning for a glance, a word amidst the endless procession. The king and queen remain engrossed, their attention solely on the stream of well-wishers. A subtle longing flickers across Elene's face, overshadowed by the joyous atmosphere around her. Crystal chandeliers cast a dazzling light across the Aloria Castle ballroom, where nobles in swirling gowns fill the grand space. Elene approaches her parents, who are deep in conversation with a bespectacled courtier, her nervousness palpable. Elene's voice trembles slightly as she asks, "Do I look all right?" Her father responds, "You're beautiful, but if we had a daughter, she'd take after you." Moonlight paints Elene's bedroom in stark shadows, the silent witness to her solitude. Her crown, a symbol of power, lies abandoned on the bedside table, its jewels dulled by the gloom. Elene sits on the edge of the bed, the weight of unseen burdens heavy on her slumped shoulders. Her gaze is distant, lost in a labyrinth of thought, each shadow a reflection of her inner turmoil. A whisper escapes her lips, barely audible in the stillness. "I'm right here." The moonlight intensifies, casting her in an ethereal glow, a queen in quiet despair. In Aloria's bustling castle hallway, Elene walks unnoticed. Servants and courtiers rush by, oblivious to her presence. Elene reaches out, a longing in her spectral eyes. Her hands pass through them, a chilling disconnect, a ghost in her own home, forever unseen, unheard. The throne room is alive with hushed whispers as courtiers fill the vast space, their movements a silent ballet of respect. King and queen sit in majestic silence, their ornate thrones symbols of power and lineage. Elene stands just behind the royal couple, her presence regal yet subtly overshadowed. Courtiers approach, their bows low and reverent, before their king and queen. "Your Highness, loved the new decree you put up," a courtier exclaims, breaking the quiet with praise. The throne room buzzes, the weight of the monarchy pressing down on every corner. Sunlight floods the Aloria Castle library, illuminating the silent dance of dust among towering shelves of ancient books. Elene sits alone at a large oak table, her brow furrowed in thought as she loses herself in the sea of books. Her eyes, though open, lack focus, lost in a world only she can see. With a soft thud, she closes the book, the sound echoing in the vast, quiet space. I feel unseen, like I'm retreating further and further away. Elene sighs, her voice barely a whisper in the grand library. Elene wanders alone through the castle gardens, her silhouette stark against the moonlit hedges. From the deep shadows, a figure emerges, his presence a subtle threat to the serene night. It is Malachar, a cunning sorcerer, his eyes gleaming with hidden intent in the dim light. Malachar approaches, his voice smooth and deceptively gentle as he speaks to the princess. "Forgive me, princess. I noticed you seemed troubled," he says, his words a silken trap. Sunlight kisses the castle gardens, manicured lawns blooming with color. Elene stands, her back partially turned, a delicate hand on the balustrade, a picture of solitary grace. Malachar's face reflects deep concern as he gazes at Elene. Elene's voice is soft as she dismisses her woes. "My troubles are inconsequential." Malachar counters, his voice firm with conviction. "I disagree. A princess should never feel invisible." Sunlight dapples the castle gardens, casting shadows that play around Malachar and Elene. A gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, carrying secrets and untold stories. Malachar's voice cuts through the tranquility. No one truly sees you, do they? Elene's soft reply hangs in the air. It's like I'm invisible. The castle gardens bask in the gentle afternoon light, a deceptive tranquility hanging in the air. Malachar watches Elene, his expression a mask of calculated curiosity as she looks back, questioning. With a sudden, deliberate gesture, Malachar raises his hand, initiating a sinister transformation. Shall we test that theory? He says, his voice dangerously soft. A dark mist erupts, its tendrils reaching out like grasping claws, poised to engulf Elene entirely. Elene bursts into the Aloria Castle throne room, her footsteps echoing dramatically. She frantically reaches out to her parents, her face etched with desperation. Her hands pass right through them, revealing them as ghostly apparitions. A look of utter disbelief and anguish washes over Elene's face. The queen asks, her voice a mere whisper, "Darling, why did we hold this ball? Was it an anniversary?" Elene stares, the queen's words hanging in the air, unanswered and heavy with sorrow. The Aloria Castle throne room stands in chilling silence. Elene's desperate cry shatters the heavy quiet. Elene's voice trembles, bewildered and hurt. "What do you mean?" She is incredulous. "It's my birthday." Malachar's words strike with icy cruelty. Malachar's chilling declaration echoes, "Everyone's already forgotten you." Sunlight filters through the castle gardens, dappling the stone and highlighting dust motes in the air. Elene sits alone by a weathered statue, a solitary figure amidst the lush greenery. Lost in her own world, she seems the picture of loneliness, a shadow of sadness. A whisper escapes her lips, barely audible against the rustling leaves. "I'm sure no one wants to see me." The sunlight casts long shadows around her, accentuating her isolation. Sunlight paints the castle gardens in hues of gold. Manicured lawns stretch out. A serene statue of Anara stands amidst vibrant flowers. Elene gasps, stepping into the garden, her eyes wide with disbelief. Anara's stone lips seem to curve slightly as she observes the newcomer. I know her." Elene's voice trembles with a mix of hope and shock. "Wait, you can see me? And hear me?" The garden air thickens with unspoken questions. The sunlight catching the dust motes dancing between the two women. Sunlight paints the castle gardens in vibrant hues, manicured lawns stretching beneath the ancient stone walls. Amidst the sculpted hedges and colorful blooms, Anara stands alone, a figure of solitary defiance. Her hands clench into fists, frustration carving deep lines into her face. A whisper of anger escapes her lips, a curse directed at an unseen enemy. This is all Malachar's fault, she seethes, her voice barely audible above the rustling leaves. In the castle gardens, Anara steps forward, her hands outstretched, offering a shard. The shard pulses with a soft, ethereal light, hinting at the ancient magic it holds. "This is a piece of the shadow mirror," Anara says, her voice filled with hope and urgency. "With it, you can find your way to the mirror and free us," she implores, her eyes shining. Sunlight graces the castle gardens, casting a glow on ancient stones. Near a weathered statue, Anara shimmers. Her form flickers, a being of light caught in earthly confines. "Malachar's spell confined me to this statue," Anara says. Her voice echoes with centuries of sorrow and resolve. "I've infused the shard with the last of my magic," she says. Sunlight filters through the castle gardens, casting long shadows around Elene and Anara, the air still and heavy with unspoken fears. Elene's voice trembles, fear etched on her face. "What if I fail? What if no one ever sees me again?" Anara's gaze intensifies, her resolve hardening as she confronts Elene's doubts with unwavering conviction. "Then they'll never see you for what you are truly capable of, Elene," Anara declares, her words ringing with fierce belief. Elene journeys into the forest of whispers, the trees watching her every move. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting an ethereal glow on the forest floor. The air grows heavy, charged with an unseen energy that tugs at Elene's senses. Whispers echo through the trees, testing Elene's courage. Elene's voice breaks the silence. It's just a forest, just a bunch of trees. But the forest knows better. Its ancient secrets waiting to be revealed. Sunlight splinters through the canopy, painting the forest of whispers with shifting shadows and ethereal light. Tiny fairies, wings shimmering like jewels, dance and flutter around her, a whirlwind of iridescent beauty. The fairies tug playfully at her hair, their small hands surprisingly strong, filled with curiosity. Oh look, an invisible one. Finally some fun, a fairy cries, their voices like tinkling bells in the air. In the heart of the forest of whispers, Elene stands encircled, ancient trees towering like silent observers. Rustling leaves whisper secrets as a circle of witches surrounds Elene, their faces veiled in shadow. The wind carries hushed voices through the ancient trees, adding to the eerie atmosphere. The witches focus their gaze on Elene, a mix of apprehension and dark curiosity in their eyes. A single witch steps forward, her voice laced with warning. It's her. She's the one he's after. Elene stands defiant, a storm of unknown destiny brewing around her in the haunted forest. Sunlight struggles to reach the forest floor, painting the scene with shadows and the heavy scent of damp earth. Amidst the ancient trees, Elene's youthful face is etched with worry as she confronts the witch. The witch's eyes, pools of ancient wisdom, pierce through Elene's facade, seeing truths untold. The witch's voice cuts through the stillness. He'll make you doubt yourself. A warning echoes in the whispering woods, a caution against unseen paths and inner turmoil. You'll wander in circles unless you're careful, the witch warns, her words hanging in the heavy air. Elene ventures into the forest of whispers, the heavy silence broken only by the rustle of leaves underfoot. Ancient trees twist like watchful sentinels, their gnarled branches clawing at the sky. A primal fear grips Elene as she feels the unseen eyes of the forest upon her. Sunlight filters weakly, casting long, distorted shadows that dance around her feet. The air grows heavy, charged with an ancient, unknowable magic. A voice echoes through the trees. Poor little lost princess. You think you can find the shadow mirror? Guided by the shard, Elene arrives at a hidden lake, determination hardening her features. The lake glows with an unsettling darkness, its surface still as glass, reflecting unseen depths. Suddenly, Malachar materializes, his presence a suffocating wave of menace. His form coalesces from shadow, eyes burning with cruel amusement. So, the invisible little princess thinks she can outsmart me? Malachar's voice echoes across the still water. At the hidden lake, Elene, eyes blazing with courage, battles toward the enchanted mirror with swift, determined movements. Her grip tightens around the mirror. With a mighty crash, the mirror shatters into 1,000 shimmering pieces. Malachar's spell breaks as the victims, freed, regain color and life, their hope renewed. No longer invisible, Elene stands revealed, her presence radiating strength and triumph. Anara exclaims, "Princess Elene, you did it! You faced your fears and won." Celebrating Elene's victory,